Share the live. I do have Miss Candy, beautiful Candy Green over here. I'm just gonna say that. And she is the actual CEO of Natural Beauty Bar, y'all. And not only that, she's an author, motivational speaker. Like, you wear a lot of hats, sister girl, and you a mother.
Look, we drink to that.
Let me go ahead and pick it up. Hold on. So y'all want to make sure y'all go ahead and share this live, because you never know who wants or needs to see this live. She is going to be giving some information on how she juggles her businesses, being a mother, doing all these good things that we do in our normal day life, but she has a little extra because she got a successful business. Okay, so y'all go ahead and share this live. We waiting. Okay.
Good evening, everyone. I am so happy to be here. I thank you so much for having me. I'm so honored to be here. I've watched your shows, finally got all caught up. And what you're doing is absolutely amazing for the community. It's absolutely amazing for the culture. And just having someone to just pour into us as a community. Right. Congratulations.
No, thank you. But thank you, because I was looking at your page and I'm just like, oh my God, like looking at you're actually offering classes for people without them having to pay, y'all. So if y'all want to learn about doing eyebrows, I do. Y'all don't even have to pay, because most people want to charge you. They want to say, hey, come pay $500 and come sit in this class. You might not learn nothing, but you don't waste that $500. And it's like, you're trying to basically tell people, look, I'm trying to help you and your family, and I'm not taking nothing from you, giving. So that, to me, you giving to the community too, and that's a blessing.
Thank you.
Girl, thank you. All right, y'all. So again, if y'all have any comments, y'all want to ask any questions to Miss Candy, I better do it while she's here. Okay? So we are going to get into it, okay?
Getting into it.
Yes, ma'am. Y'all go ahead and share the live, y'all. So before we do get into the business aspect, I want to ask you, because I've been wanting to know, how did you meet my Aunt Sade? And before you get into it,
okay. For
people who don't know, Sade, she did pass of cancer. That is my auntie. So I just want to know, because you did speak at her funeral, like, how did you guys meet?
So believe it or not, we were just Facebook friends.
Really?
But if you all know Sade, and you will be able to attest.
Yes.
One day I was in Duffy's in Coconut Grove.
I love Duffy's. Oh Lord.
I used to be there every weekend, especially the one in Cocoa Walk.
Yeah.
And she walked in one day and she walked past me, and she spoke, and by me doing eyebrows, a lot of people may know my face and I may not immediately know who they are. Right. So she said, hey, how you doing, Candy? And I said, oh, hey, how are you? And she kept walking. And she came back and she said, because her last name is Greenway and mine is Green. So she came back and she said, I know you don't know me, but we cousins. And I'm like,
Sade, that's Sade.
I'm like, we cousins? And she was like, yeah, we cousins. And I'm like, oh, okay, so how are we cousins? She was like, well, we ain't cousins for real, but your last name Green, my last name Greenway, I love you. So, and so I was actually out at the time on a date.
So she just in your business
just
too.
Right now. Boom, bam, boom. And so I just fell in love with her instantly. I fell in love with her instantly.
She was lovable.
Yeah, she told me that she was my Facebook friend. And so once she told me she was my Facebook friend, I was able to interact with her more on Facebook. She was more than just a follower.
Right.
I was able to become a close friend with her. And after that, we built the relationship. She would come inside of the beauty bar and yell across the beauty bar. And yes, my staff used to be like, boss.
Who's taking
your friend? Yes, your friend is here.
Right.
And that's kind of how the relationship between me and Sade started off.
Yeah.
Because she would come in that shop and she would yell across my shop, and I said, got it.
No, that's Sade. She definitely had an outgoing spirit. Very loud, didn't care. Like, she was going to enjoy her life no matter what.
And very blunt. That part.
I'm gonna tell you this. I ain't never told nobody before, but I remember the last thing that she said. She was like, "Bro, you need to lose weight." And ever since then, baby, I lost that weight.
That blunt.
And I kept it down. You know what
and
I
you
mean?
look damn good.
Yes, ma'am. You too. Okay.
You.
I'm just gonna say that.
So that's how I met Sade.
Well, that's a blessing. And I'm just gonna say also, like, it's crazy because my daughter, like Sade had a thing where she would like her pillow. I can't explain it, but it's like a little like we call it a mop. Mm-hmm. She would literally mess with that pillow, and now my daughter, who's now 2, has to have her pillow.
She does that same thing.
The same thing, wow. And she's so outgoing. Like that's another topic. So we are going to get into it, y'all. Again, please share this live. You never know who needs to see this, y'all. You never know who wants to learn how to start a business, don't know what to do, juggling a lot, stressed out. We don't know, but baby, share it so they can see it, okay? So how did you discover that you, first off, no. I'm not even going to do that. Tell us about yourself, Miss Candy.
Oh.
Because you, like I said, you are author. Like, hello, I need to know. What's up? Like, tell us.
I mean, for me, I just think I'm kind of like Candy. Like I'm, you know,
sweet
granddaughter, mother, woman of God, business owner, motivational speaker, teacher, mentor, all of the above. I kind of started in business. I always knew I was kind of like a hustler. I always had that thing in me that wanted the best out of life and wanted more. And I was the only girl, so I always was just into stuff.
So how many siblings? You said only girl, so how many siblings did you have?
3 brothers.
Okay.
I have 3 brothers. I'm the second oldest, but I'm the oldest. You know, you got that thing where you just boss people around.
Hello.
Yeah. So second oldest child, only girl, but I definitely boss my brothers around a lot. To this day. Men
are easy to boss around.
Yeah. Yes. Especially my brothers. Like my brothers are used to it. They just be like, they just give it to me. So definitely shout out to my brothers. That's my core. Those are my foundation.
That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, absolutely. So when I started off early on, I kind of knew that I wanted to be my own business owner. At first I wanted to, I went to school. Oh my God. I went to school. I did nursing. Really? I've done business administration. I've done accounting. I've done psychology. I've
trades.
Right. I've dibbled and dabbled in everything, and it still wasn't fulfilling.
Okay.
So it was very early on that I knew I wasn't going to be able to work for nobody.
Gotcha. Okay.
Very early on.
You knew your life purpose wasn't to work for nobody.
Yes, that wasn't going to work. That wasn't going to work.
So like, how did you discover, okay, listen, I want to do eyebrows. How did you know, like, I can do some bomb ass eyebrows?
I didn't. Not at all. So I actually went to school for hair. I went to cosmetology school, and what happened was my mom used to go to Dawn Cosmetics. Back then, turning heads was the it place to be. Okay. She was the young Black woman that kept the Black community, the women in our community, like at a certain standard, at a certain level. And so my mom would go there every week, sometimes twice a week. And by the age of about 12 or 13, I started washing hair for her. And I just loved dealing with the people, because by me being the only girl, there was a lot of things that was limited for me.
Right.
You can't spend night at certain people's houses.
Hello.
And then I had male cousins, so it's only 3 girls in our family, and really? I was the oldest. Yeah. So my little cousins, they were too young for me to hang out with. The females, they were too young for me to hang out with. I actually ended up raising one of them, so that's how young the girls are.
Right.
And then so I learned how to wash hair. And she was my mentor. Like I adopted her as my godmother, Dawn Ferguson. Okay. So I adopted her as my godmother. And at a very young age, I picked up a lot of, life skills, how to be submissive, how to take order.
Hold on, wait, girl. You say what? Yeah. How to be what?
I learned how to be submissive.
Okay, you're going to have to teach me that.
Yeah.
I'm still struggling. I'm struggling.
Right. So life skills, like we don't realize that we go through life. Right. And the things that we pick up in different areas of our life will be applied to our actual assignment.
Yes.
Our God-given assignment. But we go through trials and tribulations not understanding that. It's just frustrating through the process.
Yes.
So again, between the ages of 13 and 16, I mentored under her, and I learned a lot of life skills. I was her personal assistant. Like, I literally drove her car. I ironed her clothes. I like stuff that you typically wouldn't see a 14-year-old do.
But necessary.
At the time, I'm not having the mentality that is necessary.
Right.
I'm just honored to be under a woman of such stature.
Mm-hmm.
And so what ended up happening was she taught me how to do makeup.
Mm.
And see, at that time in the Black community, Black women didn't wear makeup.
Right.
She was the only one who had a full product line of makeup and a full skincare line. And it was just fascinating to see someone break the mold.
Right.
And one day, this is how I really fell in love with it. She was a hairstylist, but she introduced us to makeup, and I was broke. I mean, the little money that she was making me, you know, it was great for some pocket change,
right.
but it wasn't enough to teach me the skill sets that she was teaching me, like makeup.
Right.
And so one day we ended up having to do makeup for the Mary J. Blige concert.
Okay.
And it was also a religious concert. And so Yolanda Adams was there and a lot of people in the gospel arena. Mm-hmm. And she fell sick. Mm-hmm. So when you do celebrities of a certain status, you can't come around them sick.
Heck no.
So in the union, it's something like points.
Mm-hmm.
And I really can't really give you the entire thing around it because I've never been in the union. Mm-hmm. However, in order for you to get credit in a certain way, somebody on your team has to pick it up.
Mm.
I was her assistant. I was the only person available on her team.
So you picked it up.
So I picked it up.
Oh, yes.
And it introduced me into a certain life. And I was in love with it ever since.
I love that for you.
Yes.
I'm trying to be introduced as well. No, that's amazing. For real. That is a great opportunity. And Dawn Ferguson, right?
Dawn Ferguson.
I ain't gonna forget that name.
Yes. Big Mo, Dawn Ferguson.
Yeah.
But that's not actually how I started Natural Beauty Bar. It's just how I was introduced into the beauty industry.
Mm. And this was makeup. This not even just the eyebrows.
This is
alone.
makeup.
Just
this is makeup and hair, which was very different now compared to what it was then. Right. It was very hard to find makeup for Black women. Very, very hard to find makeup for Black women. And it was hard to put Black women in makeup, period.
Right.
Like, that's not what we did. We could do a little bit of lip gloss, like lashes and stuff like that. That's not what we did.
And you know what? That's what I still do now.
Yeah.
Like me, I'm just...
brows, lashes, lip gloss.
Hello.
Mm-hmm.
And only because I don't know how to do it. Like
if you knew how to do it.
If I know how to do it, I'm stunting. I'm walking out the door like, hello.
You ain't
I don't know how to do it.
You're going to get there.
Yes,
ma'am. So what ended up happening was one day I came back from a tour. Mm-hmm. And back in the day we had jams. Mm-hmm. And so it was a jam going on, and I was down for the weekend, and you had my best friend, Arkayla here.
Hello, hey
so,
Arkayla.
Yes, hey KK. So she and I was going to the jam where I ran into my baby daddy.
Okay.
But we wasn't baby mom and baby daddy at that time.
Okay.
So I ran into him, and we got to know each other, and I became a baby mama.
Hello.
So once I became a baby mama, I was solely dependent on him. I had never really had a job outside of the hair salon. I had little odds ends helping the elderly in the neighborhood, and they would give me like a few dollars.
Change,
yeah, a little chump change. And then between college, I didn't have an income. Mm-hmm. But I desired a lot of stuff.
Hello.
So my grandma used to tell me, girl, you got bill pockets, but wine tastes. So I learned very early on what that meant.
Right.
Luckily, I did have a husband at the time that provided everything that I needed. Mm-hmm. But with now introducing, when I first met him, he had a daughter whom I adopted. And then we had our first child together. Okay. So my first experience as a mother, I went running with 2 kids.
Right.
So I already have 2 kids. Mm-hmm. And at 19 years old, 20 years old with 2 kids, no real experience, I had to learn very quickly. And as he provided what he could, I wanted so much more. So it put a strain on our relationship because I felt like he wasn't providing what I wanted, what I felt like I deserved.
Right.
So I created the business Housewife Hustle.
I like that.
I created Housewife Hustle Entertainment, and that birthed a new era for me, which was club promotions.
Okay.
So Housewife Hustle was my club promotions, and I started doing Rumors, which is a club on Oak Cutler.
Okay.
So it was a club on Oak Cutler, and it was like a karaoke type vibe.
I like to sing, by the way.
Yes. You like to sing?
I love to sing. Okay. I don't know if I can sing, but I like.
But that's okay. Look, we on the same page. So I started off with karaoke. My daughter, our daughters at the time was 5 and maybe a few months old, and it was a great thing. Yeah, it allowed me to get dressed up and be cute. It allowed me to mingle with the community and people in the community. Yes. It allowed me to network, and I built from there, and I loved it. One thing I loved about it the most is I was still able to be a full-time mother, and then I had a nightlife. So on top of me coming home and taking care of the kids, getting them ready for school, cooking, cleaning, serving, being submissive to my husband, I can then get dressed up cute and do you. This was my first time introducing a new hat in my life. I wasn't just Rodrisha the mother. Yes. I was now Candy Green the club promoter.
Oh my God, let me stop you. I'm sorry. don't lose that thought. I just want to say that means so much because that's the main reason why I started Needa Life too. Because my hat was only
mommy,
and
girlfriend or wife,
fiance.
Congratulations.
Thank you. That's all I was to me at the moment.
Right.
I lost
you.
Exactly. And I literally was like, oh my God, there's nothing else that I do besides just my kids, work, and my man.
Yeah.
What do I like?
That's what you do, huh?
Hello? I couldn't even answer the simple question was, what do I like to do?
For you.
For me. I couldn't answer that question. I felt like that was a problem. So I was like, I gotta find out.
And it happens. And people don't understand. For men, it's different. So because men feel as if they go to work, they come home, they provide, they get to clock out.
Right.
We don't get to clock out. We still gotta go home, cook, clean, homework, bathe, feed him.
Hello.
Feed him.
See, he cooked.
Still.
You know, that little one, I suck at cooking, but he do that part. But
that's the balance.
Yes.
That's the balance.
Yes.
You have to have that balance when it comes to relationship, and we'll
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why I said don't lose that thought.
But we go through life and we fail to keep that balance and understand that we can still have all those hats.
Yes.
But to keep sanity, we have to know when to turn them on and when to turn them off.
Yes, ma'am.
So I had to learn when to be club promoter and when to be wife.
Right.
Because sometimes I came home as club promoter, which means I'm the boss, which means when I say,
you got to do it.
Respond.
Yes.
So I learned, it took me a while to learn that because I didn't realize what I was doing was in my relationship, I was making him inferior to me. And it wasn't in a way to insult him. It was just, I had become confident as Candy Green, the promoter. Oh, yes. And it overshadowed the wife.
Oh, I like that. Oh, girl. I like, girl, you come. See now, go ahead now. Go ahead, talk.
So I had to learn the balance. And don't get me wrong, it took me a while to learn the balance. I've been in events and club promotions since I was 18 years old. I'm now almost 40.
Right.
So you're talking about 22 years, 20 years of...
You had to learn.
This was not an overnight process. A lot of people believe that it's overnight. But just because you were introduced to my life now, don't mean I just started it.
Yes, ma'am. Hello.
So here we are. We now have 2 kids. We're going through trying to find the balance between, okay, wait a minute, you are neglecting your wifely duties. You are you have misprioritized your motherly duties. Right. But that's because the club promotions was providing me an income to give me things I've never had. So in the community or as a culture, when we're introduced to these things, we have to show in set a standard. So what I did was I went and bought me a Benz.
Oh, hello.
Because society says when you buy a Benz, it shows that you got it.
Yeah. Do you still agree?
That society still does that?
No, do you still agree that if you got a Benz, that means you got it?
I definitely think it introduces a different mindset, but because cars are so easily attainable now, to me, no.
Okay.
You can have an $80,000 Benz and nothing in your bank account.
Hello.
It don't add up.
Yes, ma'am.
But it took me to learn that. Because even when I purchased that Benz, I didn't have it. It just looked like I had it. So we opened after years of club promotions, and I'm looking at this money come in so quickly, and I'm like, I realized that when it comes to club promotions, you see the bar and then you have the door. So back then, the arrangement was, I'm going to give you my building. You pay for this, this, and this. You make your money at the door. I make my money at the bar. So the club owners was making the most money.
Yeah.
Because bottles are $150, $180 back then.
Back then?
Well, back then they were like 120 back then. 120, 125 back then.
120.
Right.
Oh,
so they were making all the money. People buying $13 drinks, $10 drinks all night long. Where I gotta let women in free before 12. My line at the door before 12 is ridiculous. So I gotta eat that.
Right.
Yeah. So
Dang.
We would have conversations, and I would tell him, like, we need to get our own building. Like, they making all the money, we need to get our own building. And God birthed in me the Fortress Banquet Hall.
What is that?
Oh yeah, you young.
I was born in 91.
Oh yeah. So, and my daughter she's 12 years old. So 12 years ago, oh my God. Oh Lord. About 11 years ago,
Dang.
I opened the Fortress Banquet Hall. We opened the Fortress Banquet Hall, and it was an event hall located in Goose, where the Family Dollar is, on US 1, and 6,000 square foot facility. And it was something we had never done before. We had never acquired a building and had to do a build out and all this other stuff. We've never done that.
Right.
So,
Girl, what?
Yes, I knew how to do events, but I didn't know how to manage a building.
Right.
And I didn't know, neither one of us knew what we were facing. I just know God said, do it. And I did it.
Yes, Lord.
So here we are with a 6,000 square foot facility. We have the Fortress Banquet Hall, and we don't know what we're doing, because club promotions now looks a little different from event, which is baby showers, weddings, birthday parties. That's completely different from club promotion.
Right.
So now we're trying to incorporate the club promotions with the event planning.
Ooh.
And now I now have a third child.
Oh, okay.
So baby number 3 is now introduced.
Right, but 2 that you physically had, but 3.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Gotcha.
Yes. So this is my second biological, third baby.
Gotcha.
Because when I met him, she was only 1 year old. So she was a baby.
Right.
So
That's your baby.
Right.
That's your baby.
Right. So I now have 3 babies. So we're going through the process. We're figuring this out. At the end of the year, we filed taxes, and my accountant says, you made $160,000.
Oh, girl.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but 12 years ago, $160,000 was a lot of money.
Hello.
Right. So, but I'm confused because
Where's that?
I got a final notice on my light bill right now, sir. What you mean?
Yeah.
6 figures 11 years ago, when I'm used to making maybe $28,000 a year working at AT&T. Something ain't adding up. And that's when I realized I didn't have money management. It was never taught.
Oh, yes, Lord.
So as money came in, it went out just as quickly.
Real quick.
Real quick.
Great.
So, yes. So I'm thinking to myself, wait a minute, you telling me I made $160,000. I still live in a duplex. I'm still getting final notices on light bills. So the frustration grew again because I'm still riding in a Benz.
Right.
Money management. So we got to a point where we began to do this. Yeah. Me and my husband at the time.
The stress.
Because he's working all day, every day. I'm at the building with with 3 babies, pregnant with the 4th. And
you want to play? I have 3 too.
You weren't playing
at all.
Right. So now we got 3 and 1 on the way, and we have an overhead now. We have a building now that's $4,000 a month. Right. Yeah. So it was definitely a walk out on faith because I had never paid a bill over $1,000 a month. And now you giving me a $4,000 bill plus light, plus water, plus build out, plus 4 babies.
In the BMW.
In the Benz.
Right.
So it's all adding up. And I'm getting a headache. He tired of me. I'm tired of him. It's an issue.
Right.
Because while I'm spending on what the things that I want, he's taking care of everything that we need. And I wasn't contributing.
Right.
And in the same sentence, he was sacrificing the things that he wanted.
Oh my God.
But I didn't see it at that time.
Yes. Okay.
So,
oh my God.
Marriage going through it. I'm late on all the bills. I'm mad. I'm frustrated. The accountant talking about I made $160,000. However, now you telling me I still got to pay $30,000 in taxes. So
Lord, baby.
I really got an attitude.
Like this is the IRS, baby.
Yes.
You have to catch me outside. I'm sorry.
Get it in blood. This is my mentality.
Right.
So one day I needed that moment where I wasn't Candy Green, the club promoter. I wasn't mommy. I wasn't wife. I just wanted to be me.
Yes.
So I was on South Beach one day and I walked into a spa and they were doing mink eyelashes. And it was something new then.
So you know, self-care.
Self-care. Okay. So I was like, I want to do this. And the lady, I said, excuse me, miss, how much are the mink eyelashes? And she said, oh, it's $200. Right.
But you was on the beach candy. God dang, candy.
Listen, I won't go there no more for self-care. Let's say that. So I looked into my purse and I had the $200, but it was for my light bill. And I had a moment and it hit me so hard. How many women have to choose between the house and them? How many of us have to choose between the light bill and the lashes? Yes. How many of us have to choose between feeding the kids and getting our nails and toes done? And granted, some people be like, that's easy. My kids go first. And that has been the decision every time. But when you don't have balance, you're always going to choose the husband. You're always going to choose the kids. You're always going to choose the business. And in between that, who chooses you first?
Hello.
When do you become number one in anybody's life?
Right.
Because the kids are number one in your life. The husband is number one in your life. The business is number one in your life. The employees are number one in your life. The bills become number one in your life. And you fall further and further down the line. Because then it's your mama, your siblings, your grandparents. And it comes, next thing you know, you number 10 on the list.
Yeah.
And you try to climb up to become number one, but it never happens.
Oh my God.
And then it's 2 years in and you don't remember the last time you went out to eat. Yes. You don't remember the last time you paid $300 for a wig. You don't remember the last time you were selfish, even if it was just in the moment. And to be honest with you, I cried. I cried like a baby because here I am trying to do self-care and I still don't care about self enough.
Girl, oh my God. Because it's like you're speaking the truth so much. It's crazy.
Because it's life. And women are dealing with it. And don't get me wrong, the men are dealing with it as well. But mama need a life.
Yes. Yeah.
This is what we here for. Because mama need a life too.
Yeah.
And so it had gotten to a point where I got home and I was still mentally overwhelmed and frustrated because I didn't feel refreshed. I didn't feel renewed.
Right.
And I prayed about it. And granted, I wasn't as strong as I am in my faith now, but I knew from a child that if ever I'm in need, God will always provide.
Yes.
So even if I didn't have the words, I knew who to go to.
Hello.
So I prayed about it. I prayed about it and I had a dream. And the dream was a place called Natural Beauty Bar. Just like that. I hadn't finished cosmetology school, so opening a salon was like, nah, wait a minute.
Right.
Lord, give me a club. I know how to do some club promotions.
I gotta do that.
Give me a liquor license.
Right.
But you talking about Natural Beauty Bar, and I woke up and I told my husband, I said, I got it. Natural Beauty Bar. And he looked at me and said, man, take your behind to sleep.
How about after the building, like...
Go to sleep, bro. Right. Don't ask me for nothing else. Go to sleep. And one day I was sitting inside the Fortress, and a young lady came in named April. She came in and she said, have you ever heard of TLC products? And many of you may have heard of it as a weight loss product. And I was skinny, baby. What I need?
Okay, what you trying to say?
Right, I was fine. Okay, 4 kids and all.
Hello.
But she explained to me the network marketing process behind it, and I just wanted another source of income because I didn't want to struggle no more.
Hello.
I didn't want to have a full business and still struggle to pay a light bill.
Right.
So she said, well, come to Atlanta with us. And I did. I went to Atlanta and it changed my life. Yeah. I heard Stormy Wellington speak, and she said the beauty industry is an $11 trillion industry. Oh, Lord. And if you just get 1% of that, don't try to get the whole 11 trillion. Don't even try to make 1 trillion. Just get 1% of that and it'll change your life. And I came back from Atlanta with the mentality that I needed a team. And I understood the benefit of having a team cohesively working together to elevate. You can't do it by yourself.
At all.
So between the dream and her words of encouragement, I had to do something I've never done before to get something I've never had before. And when I say I turned up a whole nother level, I started watching self-improvement books. I've started listening to, at that time they had the Vine, Do It for the Vine. So I started watching Vines. I started watching Facebook, everything that could pour into me, because I learned self-care is not just the outside.
It's on the inside. Yes, Lord.
So I began to pour into me, and I began to increase me. I began to increase my knowledge. I began to increase my understanding. I began to increase the way people understand too.
Hello.
And so eventually I created a plan to exit from the Fortress Banquet Hall and enter into Natural Beauty Bar. And I wrote it down and I made it plain, because the Bible says you write it down and make it plain. And I took it before God, and he was able to bless me. And people feel as if when you get to a certain level, things get easier, when in fact, it only gets harder. Yeah. You're now putting yourself in a place where you have more criticism, more people looking at you, more standards to meet, more expectations to meet, more obligations to meet. And you still try to not lose yourself through that journey, with now on a new level, with new everything. And it's a constant process. It's a constant process. Natural Beauty Bar opened up, and I went live on Facebook.
May I ask, when did it open up?
Natural Beauty Bar opened up in 2016.
Okay.
So we're now going on 8 years.
That's a beautiful thing.
Yes, it is a beautiful thing.
Oh, let me give you a clap.
Yes. Give myself a clap. Woo! Yes. Boy. So we opened Natural Beauty Bar. And it was a fight. I would not lie to you. I went live the day of, and I cried like a baby, because not many people knew that my account was overdrafted the day of. Wow, yeah. It was a fight. And I say that to say to a lot of people that when you reach new levels, you have to prepare yourself for the fight. And once you get to a point of stagnancy, or you feel like I finally got the hang of it, there comes another fight. Oh, Lord. So with the blessing comes a war. And it's a continuous war, but the reward is so much greater. Yes, ma'am. So looking back, when it's time for us to face an obstacle we never faced, we immediately get discouraged and defeated. Yeah. We automatically think the world is falling on us, on top of us, everybody's against us. Mm-hmm. And I had to learn that my journey is only created to make me better. Mm-hmm. The Bible says God knows his plans for you, and that's to prosper you. So every situation I go through, I understand that this is only to prosper me. This is only to make me better. Mm-hmm. And I had to renew my mindset to think that the devil was after me. No, the devil ain't after me. God is only trying to elevate me.
Yes, Lord.
So,
Candy, hold on now. Listen, I didn't know you was coming with all this. My God, come on, girl, I love it.
I told you, I'm an open book.
No, I love it.
I'm an open book.
You're literally speaking facts. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna say this: a lot of people. I'm gonna speak for myself. When something bad goes wrong, I'm gonna say I'm trying to do better with that part. But when something goes wrong, it's like I'm like, oh my God, like why? What's happening to me? And then I realized, like, oh my God, let me just fix the problem. Like,
that's it.
Relax.
That's
just
it.
fix it.
That's
like,
it.
It's not gonna kill you.
That's it. So, you gotta keep your pivot foot down. Mm-hmm. And you know what I used to ask myself? When has there ever been a time? Because we get to this hard place, right? Mm-hmm. And we feel like we don't want to wake up in the morning to see what's gonna come.
Oh, hello.
I don't want to look at my bank account. Ooh. I don't want to check my emails. Right. I don't want to open that letter that say final notice. Yeah. We don't want to face the problem. Mm-hmm. So it lingers. Mm-hmm. And I had to ask myself, as many times my back has been against the wall.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
When has there ever been a time my back had to stay against the wall?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
There has never been anything, because we know there's things that we're not looking forward to. Mm-hmm. Whether it's, and just speaking real, repossession, mm-hmm. eviction notice. Oh, these are things that we do not want to face. The past dues, the late payments. You get what I'm saying? These are things that we just don't want to deal with in the moment. Lord knows I'm 2 months behind on my car note. Lord. Listen, we don't want to answer the credit collector. He calling. We press ignore.
Block.
Ignore, block.
I'm blocked again.
So, right.
That mindset, though.
Right.
Wanting to do better for yourself.
Yep.
And fighting for it.
Absolutely. But we have to learn that this too shall pass. Mm-hmm. This too shall pass. This situation, we're going to overcome it. This circumstance, it's going to pass. Mm-hmm. We always think that it's a mountain, mm-hmm. but it's because we create it to be one.
Right.
We create that light bill to be a mountain. We create that. Look,
FPL, I don't know that.
Like they don't went up and everything.
They don't went up real bad.
Right.
Oh my God.
But we create the mountain. Remember, we determine the size of our battle.
Right.
So we say the light bill is high, but we can give that same light bill to somebody else and it's a pebble to them. Mm-hmm. So what makes it a mountain to you? We create our circumstances, we create our situations, and we make our problems as big or as small as we desire them to be.
And you know what? I guess I can understand that, because like going back to money management, if I manage my money better, pay that bill, and then maybe go splurge, will be better. You know what I mean? But sometimes I'm gonna say I make decisions where I be like, dang,
I need that.
I'll
right that.
Oh, I get that. I'm gonna pay. So I can relate.
I got 30 days to pay that light bill.
When in reality, I maybe should have just paid that first. Right. Let it just auto bill pay out, and then, go handle up afterwards.
But you know what it is that I learned from me? Mm-hmm. It's not having a plan. Mm-hmm. See, when you know where you're headed, you know what routes you can take. Mm-hmm. And you know how much it's going to cost you to get there.
Oh, yes.
When you're just moving and in motion, it's expensive. Mm-hmm. It's expensive to move in circles. And I learned, because when I bought that Mercedes, I used to drive around outside in circles because I didn't have nowhere to go. So I realized running in circles, going to the local neighborhoods, gas stations, that burn more gas than getting on the highway and heading for it. Yeah. Right. So people don't realize motion is not progress. Mm-hmm. And it's expensive.
Ooh, yes, Lord.
Oh, I had to quicken myself real quick.
I bet. Come
on, man. And don't go nowhere.
No, at all.
Put it right there and don't touch it.
For real. Let's be going far. Okay. At least,
right.
Hello.
No, so that's how Natural Beauty Bar was birthed. I wanted more. I wanted to provide my kids with more, but I wanted to do it in a way where God was leading and not myself. Mm-hmm. So that's how it started. That's how it started.
Well, your journey, I'm going to say, was wonderful. I mean, You figured it out. I love that.
That's just that part.
That's just that. Okay.
We still on the journey. Woo, we still on the journey. Yikes.
Well, let me see. I know we're talking about the natural beauty bar, but what other business? Because like I said, I'm just thrilled. I feel like I need to write a book, but I see because you're an author. So come on, let fill me in, sister girl.
So yes, other businesses. Mm-hmm. So we have Candy Green Incorporated, which is the motivational speaking. Mm-hmm. We have Natural Beauty Bar, of course. Mm-hmm. We have MBB Products, which is my product line, which you all can find in Walmart.
Okay.
Also Walmart.com. Just type in Natural Beauty Bar, look up MBB Products, and it'll pop up. You have the body scrubs, the tint, the professional line.
Is that what's on your page? Because I was looking at Natural Beauty Bar and I did see different products. So they can get it from your page as well.
You can also get it from my page, yes.
Which I did include the link on this live, y'all. Yes. So go ahead and check it out, okay?
Yes, so you can, naturalbeautybar.com, and you can find the products there. You can find it on Instagram _Natural Beauty Bar, but you can also find it on Walmart.com.
That's amazing.
Thank you. And so MBB Products, Candy Green Incorporated, Natural Beauty Bar, MBB Salon Suites. So the Salon Suites is a new business that I'm venturing in where I rent out suite spaces for other business owners.
Okay.
The great thing about that is for small businesses who's not knowledgeable of what we face going into a space. So just for y'all to understand.
Hello, let them know.
You got first, last, and security. You got a credit check. You have the build out, which is floors, bathrooms, AC, electrical, plumbing.
Wait.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, let's the what? So we rent a spot, right? And we gotta put everything in there.
In certain spaces, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Ooh, that's the build out.
That's the build out.
Okay.
I learned this from the Fortress Banquet Hall. See, this is the process. See, now going into because since since the Fortress Banquet Hall, I've had 6 physical locations. So I now know how to negotiate a lease. I now know what it's going to cost me to do a build out. I now know when I look at a space, what it's going to cost, how much money I'm going to need up front to get it where I need it to go.
Right. That's
the process.
You've been through it.
So, but now I also remember that I was that small business owner who didn't have an opportunity.
Hello.
Because I couldn't come up with $18,000. I'm trying to start a business. And now you're telling me I need $18,000 just to move into your building?
Dang.
Right. So now with having salon suites, it gives those small businesses opportunity to come in with $1,500, $1,000 and get their business started.
Because you're doing the big part.
I'm doing the big part.
Oh, yes.
I'm doing the big part because God haven't blessed me with my own plaza yet.
Yes.
So when I become an owner of my own plaza, then it'll be a little bit more attainable.
And let me say this: when you do that, you cut that ribbon. You make sure you holler at. Make sure I'm there. Okay.
And Mama Needa Life 2 will be there.
Hello.
Live.
Live. Yes.
Live. So again, it went back into helping the small business because I knew how it was when I didn't have first, last, and security, and I needed somebody to give me a loan, and the banks was looking at me like, "Ma'am."
What?
Right. Right. So the government does not teach us how to transition from a regular 9 to 5 to becoming a business owner making well over 6 figures.
Oh, yes, Lord.
So there's a place there that requires a lot of sacrifice because right now the government has it where you only make enough to make enough.
Oh, yes, Lord Jesus.
So your check is only enough to pay rent, car note, insurance. You can razzle dazzle a little bit.
Maybe just a little.
Right. Little. And so this is what they've established.
Right.
So it's hard to transition to a place where you're managing your own business and that type of stuff. And they make it hard for you to get the resources.
Oh, Lord.
Right. So I've learned the journey, the process.
I love that.
So again, Natural Beauty Bar, Candy Green Incorporated, MBB Products, MBB Salon Suites. And then I have the books. So I haven't launched the books just yet.
Okay.
and there's a reason for it. However, I guess it's safe for me to announce that. So I'll be making this announcement on Mama Needa Life 2.
Hello.
For the first time.
Hello.
For the first time, I am co-authoring a book with number one motivational speaker in the world, Les Brown.
Okay.
Yes.
Les Brown, y'all.
Yes.
I gotta clap for you again.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Candy.
So yes, I will be releasing a book this year with the
amazing.
co-authorship with Les Brown.
Wow.
Literally 2 billion followers.
What?
Yes.
Oh,
Les Brown has been in the game for 60 plus years.
What, girl?
Yes.
So how long did it take you guys to actually physically do this book, would you say?
It was a few months, only because it has to go through stages. You got to go editing, grammar, publishing, then you have to do photo shoots and stuff like that. So that's why I've been under the radar a bit, trying to build in the background and get certain things established. But 2024 is going to be amazing.
That's
2024
amazing.
is definitely going to be amazing, and I'm so grateful to God.
Oh my God, Candy.
Yes.
I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
I'm so happy.
Thank you.
And you so like humble, like
Thank you.
You're very much so humble, girl.
Thank you. I just want people to know that there's another life out there.
Yeah.
Being the girl from Goose, we have this idea that we don't have any options.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the options are there, but the thing is, we don't have the fight in us to push past.
Hello. A lot of people don't have that. They just don't have that.
Yeah.
And then you got people like you and I, because I want more. That's why I want more, and I want people to know that you have to take care of yourself too. And the only way I feel like you're gonna want more is if you find yourself deep inside, right, and then you just do more. You absolutely right. You have to have the desire to love on you past limits. Yes. And in the society that we're in, they make us believe. You can press close for me. Sure. They want us to believe. Okay. They want us to believe that, oh, she must think she too good. Mm-hmm. Or she thinks she better than everybody. Mm-hmm. Or she, that type of mentality. Right. And it keeps us with a crab in the bucket mentality. So you don't realize that your blessing is attached to my release. Mm-hmm. You don't realize that if I get outside of my limits, I'm coming back to get you. But instead, you'd rather hold me down, talk about me, make me feel like crap, as if I've done something wrong, when ultimately, I just want to do enough to come back to show you how to get out. Yes, Lord. Yes, but, Lord. And it hit me because have you ever been on a flight? Yeah. Okay. So on the airplane, they say, oh, the oxygen mask will drop down. And before you can help someone else, put your mask on you first. Mm-hmm. We believe that as I grow, I have to take you with me. But the only thing, you can ignore it. The only thing is, I got to get there first. Mm-hmm. I can't give you something I don't have. I can't show you something I don't know. I'm trying to figure out this process myself. Right. But you want to condemn me for wanting more. You want to curse me out. You want to talk bad about me. You don't even know what my situation is. You don't even know what my circumstances is. Right. But since you see me celebrating my successes, you can't relate. Mm-hmm. So you mad at me. We have to be careful because we have to be careful because we don't realize that there is people that will not celebrate what you have because it's a season they never reached. Mm-hmm. It's something they've never experienced. So it's not that they necessarily hating on you, but they just can't be happy for nobody else because of what they are. Yes. Hello. I like that. You let me understand a little bit better. Mm-hmm. I understand what it was. Right. But okay, yes, ma'am. That's exactly what I've learned. So you may not hate me, but you hate the fact that what you're doing. I'm in an area of life that you never reached. Mm-hmm. And your confidence too. It wasn't always like that. Your confidence? Absolutely not. Absolutely. Absolutely not. Mm-hmm. It's hard to keep walking in a room where you know everybody's talking about you. Mm-hmm. And not in a good way. Yeah. It's hard to keep smiling in these people's face. I can imagine. It's hard when you have to second guess your own peers because you don't know that the room I'm walking in is only to attach to me, to drain me, not to pour into me. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So we have to be considerate of other people's situations and circumstances.
Right.
Because you don't know what I'm going through, but I put on a smile just to make sure I encourage you. Despite my downfalls, despite the battles that I'm fighting, despite any of those things. And the reason why I can say that with such passion, because why I pour into so many women that got their eyebrows and their eyelashes done and all those type of things, I myself was battling with lupus.
Oh my.
I myself was days where I could not get out of bed. I myself was battling with swollen hands, swollen joints, pain so unbearable.
Oh my God.
But still.
So I understand where you're coming from with that, because it's times where she, like you said, can't get out of bed, need help, face swole, broken out,
feet swollen. That I used to wear slides so much because my foot couldn't fit in my tennis shoes.
Oh my. So you dealing with a medical condition.
A medical condition. But you call me a foot dragger because I got on slides everywhere I go.
Oh my. You see the mentality of our own people though?
Of our own people. In May of last year, I discovered a lump on the side of my breast.
Oh my God.
And immediately in June, I went to the doctor. And from there, we did biopsies and testing and all of the other stuff. They came back and they said, Candy, you have breast cancer.
Oh my God, Candy.
I understood my process. Now, I've watched so many people battle with this. And here I am having to encourage them in the midst of their storm, not knowing that this will soon be my story. But yet, I still have to hear people on the outside not knowing my situation.
Right.
Speak on something they know nothing about.
Right.
Speak on whatever struggles, whatever sacrifices, whatever losses, but you don't know my reasons.
Right.
So people will fill in the gaps themselves to make it make sense to them. So we don't know why she wearing slides, but she a foot dragger.
Yeah.
We don't know why she not at work, but all her employees working for her. You understand what I'm saying?
Well, can I say this? That was your business, right? That's what you got it for, right? That's what the boss do, right?
See, the math ain't mathing.
Hello.
The math ain't mathing.
Because that's what you do. You work your way up to do that.
The math ain't mathing.
Hello.
So we go through this journey and we go through these processes, not understanding where God is leading us.
Right.
I've witnessed so many people battle cancer, not just breast cancer.
Yeah.
And from cancer, kidney failure.
Oh my, Candy.
Yeah.
Lord Jesus.
I battled with my kidneys.
Oh my God.
Absolutely. I battled with my kidneys as well. But guess what? I got up every day and I still went to Natural Beauty Bar with a smile on my face. I got up every day and I let these women pour their hearts out.
Yeah.
In whatever matter they was going through, whether it was drug addiction, whether it was rape, whether it was battling with their divorces, rebellious kids, I was able to relate to everything. Yeah. No matter what it was, I was able to relate.
Right.
Because I dealt with drug addiction. No, it wasn't weed, but when it came to prescribed pills, it allowed me to be numb in every situation.
Yeah.
But I kept a smile on my face. When it came to rebellious kids, but I kept a smile on my face. When it came to the battles of marriage, but I kept a smile on my face.
Right.
And people get confused why she's so happy going through hell. But I understood my joy and my destiny didn't come from anything on the outside.
Right.
Nothing on the outside. It was only God that kept me sane. And I understood my assignment was greater than me. The doctor don't become a doctor to heal himself. It's to heal everyone else.
Oh, yes, Lord.
So in my assignment as a mentor, a mother, a coach, a wife, I understood the processes I was going through was not for my glory. And it allowed me to continue to push on, even to this day on my darkest days. And in that process, you have to have something to keep you grounded.
Right.
Many of us, it may be our kids.
Mm-hmm.
For many of us, it may be our marriage.
Mm-hmm.
For many of us, it may be our business. It may be our parents. Whatever the situation is or the motivation is that keeps you grounded, you got to hold on tight to it, because that's what the devil's going to attack the most.
Oh, yes, Lord.
So if you're struggling in your marriage, you best believe
he's going to attack.
He's going to attack. And your husband going to be tested.
Oh, Lord.
So that's why two must walk in agreement. Mm-hmm. You and your husband got to be in church. Because if you strong in church and he ain't, guess who's going to get attacked?
Him.
Exactly.
You better get in church.
Right. Your kids too. Mm-hmm. Don't just go for you and your strengthening to cover them. Teach them how to cover themselves, because you ain't going to always be here. We're promised one thing, and that's to leave this earth.
Oh, yes, Lord.
We don't know when. We don't know how. The best thing we can do is give everybody attached to us God.
Oh, Lord. Oh, we got to take an intermission, y'all. I ain't never do that before. I gotta use the restroom. I'm about to go so I can feel comfortable that we can keep the conversation going, okay?
Don't touch that glass, man.
Intermission. Quick.
So it's an intermission, but we still live.
Yeah, so go ahead.
So I really don't know what to say to y'all right now. Go use the bathroom. Use the bathroom. So, I don't know what to say.
Candy.
Yes, ma'am.
Talk about the different routes you do, Candy.
So she wants me to talk about the Natural Beauty Bar. So Natural Beauty Bar is beauty business. We do brows, we do lashes, we do micro shading, we do combination brows, we do makeup, we do body waxing, we do mink lashes, we do lash strips, all that good old stuff. Now I am looking to expand into other things, so we'll be adding wine-based cocktails. So I know you all have been seeing that I am looking for a bartender. I'm looking for a salon manager, somebody with experience, to be able to pretty much manage, because God willing, God give me the grace and the mercy, I will be traveling for the book tour. And with that being said, I need somebody to manage the beauty bar. So if you all know anyone with experience, I'm looking for someone bilingual. However, I'm always looking to pour into my own community. So yes, if you know someone, please send your resumes to info@naturalbeautybar.com. info@naturalbeautybar.com. Send your resumes, and that's how we're gonna be able to get y'all in with me. And listen, I done went through a lot of assistants. Baby, they quit. Baby, listen, being Candy Green assistant, they quit.
Really?
Yes.
Dang, you that bad, Candy?
What? Terrible.
No, don't do the people like that, Candy.
I'm better now. I'm better.
I just want to touch on the fact, hold on, like she was talking real quick, y'all, after the intermission. Okay, so I just want to say, listen, again, she do provide free classes. Like if you go to her website, because you were mentioning.
Don't listen to her. No. No, I did the free brow class. Mm-hmm. I did it in the beginning of the year.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yes, I did do the free. No, it's fine. I did the free brow class. I am looking to possibly do it again. However, the problem is my schedule.
Okay.
So that's why I haven't set another date yet, but the class is free. Mm-hmm. Only thing you have to have is the necessary products. Because a lot of people think they just gonna show up.
Oh, I probably would have been that one. I would have been.
You won't give me no headache. I can't teach you without tools. Yeah, I can't teach you without tools. Right. So you just have to purchase your tools that's needed to perform, to have the class. Okay. That's it.
Well, she did, and she will soon, y'all.
Yes, okay. I will have another one, and there's people still registering. So you're still able to register. Okay. Yeah, you can continue to register. And once we set a date, you'll get an email letting you know, listen, these are the class dates. If you're interested, this is the Zoom link. You can sign on.
I know you are, but I just keep staring at you like,
oh, thank you.
At, girl.
Thank you.
Girl, you welcome. So we did touch on, what's the story behind it. Also, what the businesses you have. Did you want to touch on anything else about the businesses? At least for what other businesses?
Not that I can think of.
No, you okay?
Not that I can think of.
Well, I do want to ask you.
Dun 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 dun.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. Let's go to the comments. I'm sorry. Because we got some comments in here.
Yes. info@naturalbeautybar.com to send your resume.
Okay, that was to my mother, Serena PM.
Yes.
Let me just scroll up just in case.
Hey, Miss Serena.
Let's see. Okay, so.
You know I love your mama, right?
You do?
Yes.
Ooh, she a Leo.
I still love her.
I love her too. I love you, Mom. And thank you, Mom, for sending the stars.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
Hello. And I don't know who this is. It's HAJIE. You know that person?
Nope.
No? Okay. Well, I'm sorry I can't pronounce your name, so thank you. Let's go down the comments.
Thank you for sending our stars.
Hello. Tyrell Whittaker, thank you. He said facts. Ghetto Chef Yellow, that's my fiance upstairs. Okay.
Mr. Yellow.
He said, yeah, it's hard to ask questions. She's reading a story. Beautiful. Aww.
Go ahead. Ask many. Oh, that's why y'all ain't asking questions. I'm talking too much.
No, but honestly, you're literally giving so much like knowledge.
Thank you.
We don't need to ask. You're giving it. So, you know. Charles Cherry, I don't know if you know him, but he said, good evening, gorgeous.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Charles.
Nika Greenaway, thank you for the stars, sweetheart. You know Shanika.
Of course I know Nika.
Hello.
Nika, get with it, baby. Get with it.
Get with it, girl.
Because she know I done gave her access. She come ask me a lot of questions, and I'm so proud of her as well. Mm-hmm. So I'm waiting for you to launch your baby.
Hello. Nene, you could do it too.
Yes, she can. Playing. That feel, you gotta listen. Put that feel to the side, baby girl.
And I'll be there right with you. Okay?
Ain't nothing to it but to do it. Mm-hmm. It is what it is.
Ghetto Chef Yella said, congratulations.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Erica Walker, congratulations again, Gotti.
No, congratulations to you, baby girl.
Hello. Nika Greenaway says she is very humble.
Thank you.
Ebony Willis, preach. And then again, Ghetto Chef Yellow says, keep going, don't end tonight. Preach, preach. Hello.
Thank you, thank you.
That says, girl, we don't need to ask my question, but you telling it all, okay? Yeah, my mom goes to say, hi, beautiful. Love you too. And love you, Candy. You're truly amazing and humble and a strong woman.
Thank you so much. Yes. I truly appreciate that.
What about me, Mom? Dang. I'm just kidding. Okay, we back to it. We're done with the comments. All right, so how do you balance like your businesses? I know you have kids. You say you got 4 kids. Because I heard about it 3. Then okay, you got 4 kids. How do you manage like your family, all of that? How do you do that? Oof. What's the key? Tell us the key.
So, it's really just being intentional and pre-planning. Okay. You have to know what your life's supposed to look like. Mm-hmm. Only you can produce those results. Right. So that's just what it is.
So you plan, like you count it down?
I try. I try. Because life just throws you a lot of unexpected curveballs. Yes, Lord. So I try to plan as much as I possibly can. But in the process of learning new things about the business, about where you're headed, because you have to remember where I'm going, I've never been. Mm. So just that process and journey alone is a struggle, because everything new for the human mind, when we're faced with something new, it's scary. Mm-hmm. Yes, Lord. So we're hesitant and we're reluctant to walk into it. Mm-hmm. Baby, I walk in a dark room now like nothing.
Hello. No, I'm with you on that one. Listen, hello, you gotta take risks.
You have to take risks. We are so scared of the dark. Mm-hmm. Baby, I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna feel across the wall until I find a light switch. So when it comes to balancing, you have to be very intentional and you have to be firm in your decision. Yes. This day is for me. Can't nobody take that from me. Mm-hmm. This day is for baby. Can't nobody take that from him. Mm-hmm. This day is for the kids. And if we have to move it around and adjust accordingly, we can. Right. But you got to know what your life look like. Right. See, we wait for life to give us what they want to give us. I'm going to give life what I want.
Right.
Because everything responds to you in your energy. If you think something is going to be bad,
it's going to be bad.
It's going to be bad. If you think it's going to fail, it's going to fail. Mm-hmm. So now that's where my confidence has kicked in, because I know everything I touch is going to produce what I want it to produce. Yeah. Every room I walk in, I'm going to bring life into it. Mm-hmm. Everything I speak is going to lift me, not bring me down. Mm-hmm. You have to be intentional about everything in your life. Mm-hmm. So when it's time to find balance, I have to be grounded with that as well. Because if not, you add on another hat and you lose yourself more.
Yeah.
So I have to be intentional. You have to be intentional about dividing your time.
I like it. Intentional and firm.
Yes, intentional and firm when it comes to your balance.
I gotta learn that.
Yes, gotta learn that. Okay. Be intentional and firm, and understand that time runs out.
It do, real bad. It's not enough time. Like, I'm literally trying to network and things of that sort, and I'm like, dang, like, how am I gonna do that?
Let me tell you how beneficial it is to be far in advance. I know what my schedule looked like in October of this year.
Dang.
That far in advance. Right. I know in December I'm taking my kids out for Christmas. I know that far in advance, because now when something hits you or when something comes your way, you know how to pivot. Yep. So it's not going to be a situation like, if I do this, what's going to happen to this? No, I know exactly how to remove a piece and where to put it and adjust it accordingly. And that's how you keep that balance. So when I have a podcast on Monday and date night is Monday, okay, babe, this is what I'm going to do. We're going to switch date night to Thursday. Mm-hmm. I'm going to do the podcast on Monday. And whatever I got planned for Thursday, I have to determine if I can move it up or I can move it back.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I like that. So balance. Oh, God dang. Hold on.
Look, you're going through what I'm going through.
And I tried it. I don't know what's going on. You know, all this, knowledge. Draining the battery. Okay. So tell me, I want to know, because I did hear, or I don't know too much about it, but your daughter did skip grades.
Yes.
So congratulations to that.
Thank you.
Tell me, how did that happen? Like, so what grade did she skip? Let me say that.
So she skipped, I want to say 10th, 11th, and went to 12th.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, 10th, 11th, and went to 12th. She should have been going to the 10th grade, but she actually ended up going to the 12th grade.
Oh, wow. So she was in the 9th.
She was in the 9th, graduated 9th grade.
And then went straight to the 12th.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Hold on.
Good job, baby girl. Good job, baby girl.
Great job.
Great job. Absolutely.
So what's the knowledge behind that? How did that happen?
This goes back to me saying we don't know. So it wasn't hard. Mm-hmm. So what happened was, she was in Top Gun cheerleading, and one of the young ladies that was in the class, in her training or whatever, she said, "Mommy, she's 16, but she goes to Florida Memorial." So I said, "Oh, she must be doing dual enrollment." I did dual enrollment 20 years ago. Right. So I said, "Oh, she must be doing dual enrollment." So she was like, "No, Mommy, she graduated." And I'm like, "Graduated what?" She said, "She graduated high school." I said, "Leah."
And she's 16.
She's 16. Wow. But she was at Florida Memorial. I'm like, "Leah, she's on the cheerleader squad with you. What are you talking about?" Right. So when I sat down and I spoke with the mom, she explained to me that she was doing Florida virtual school. So Florida virtual school is online schooling, but it doesn't have a limit. So it's based off the amount of work you do.
So you keep going.
So you just keep going. So my daughter doesn't have many friends. So during the summer, she was what? She was doing 100 hours a week in schoolwork.
Girl, what?
4:00 in the morning, she's still up. But that's because she had a goal. And she had a plan. And she did the work. I ain't do... Listen,
she did it.
When I was notified...
Girl, how did that make you feel?
I was excited about it. I was very excited. And I try not to be so hard on her. But when I know she has told me what her goal is, as a mother, I'm going to encourage you to meet it. So which means, Leah, get up and do your work. Leah, did you do your work? As opposed to patronizing her. Hey, you took care of everything that you needed to take care of? So it was a relationship that we began to build, and it taught her a sort of a self-independence. Mm-hmm. I don't need to monitor if you're doing your schoolwork.
Hello.
I just need to know if it's getting done, and I need you to know if ever there's a moment that you're discouraged. Comes out to me, and in that process.
That was it.
What?
How old is she?
She's 15,
and she's in the 12th grade.
Not only is no.
She's done.
She's done.
Wait a minute. Girl.
Not only is she's done, but she has been accepted to over 35 or 40 colleges and universities.
Girl, what?
And she's received over $300,000 in scholarships.
What?
And she has officially accepted her offer to Howard University, which is one of the top HBCUs.
What's her daughter's name again?
Leah,
girl.
Yes.
Congratulations.
She has accepted her offer to Howard, which is equivalent to Harvard.
Right. It's
so
the same to me.
Howard is like the Black Harvard. So my 15-year-old has been accepted into Howard University. Aww. The only scary thing is everybody's like, you finna send her off to Washington, D.C.? I am shipping her off.
Bye.
But
how does that work? Because she's 15, yes. And of course, they're older people.
Yes.
So how do you feel about that?
So she will officially be 16 before she leaves.
Okay.
So, however, I don't feel no type of way because I trained her up in the way she should go.
And she's independent with her making sure she do all her work.
Yes. And she currently also in college. She's at Miami-Dade.
Okay.
So we created a plan. So by the age of 18, she will graduate with a bachelor's degree.
Oh, hello.
Right. So at 18, she'll have developed credit. She'll have her degree. And I told her, I need you to understand, whereas most of your peers will be just graduating high school, you will be far off in advance being able to start your life. And I say that because we wasn't exposed to that.
At all.
I'm 40 years old and I'm just really establishing my credit and buying houses and stuff like that because we weren't taught. We didn't even know that it was attainable at 18.
At all.
That when I was 18, I got that little card. Capital One card in the mail with a $200 credit limit,
funded, huh?
Straight at Macy's, and never paid it off. I didn't even understand the concept of credit.
Why was y'all giving that to us?
Why did you give?
Come on now.
Knowing I ain't never had $200 at one time.
At all.
Wait, that I ain't even got to pay you back. Well, in my
head,
head,
but
ain't nobody tell me
right
that
now. But it's like, why did y'all give us that? Like
straight to Macy's. Straight to Macy's.
Hello, what mine was Victoria's Secret.
See what I'm saying?
And I would give me.
I think I had one of them too.
Because we either
$200.
Hello, let me go get me a little outfit out of here.
It's a setup. Mm-hmm. It's a setup. Yeah. So now we 18 with a $200 with a 500 credit score. Don't even know what a credit score is.
Right. We
don't even know what a credit score is. So we as a Black culture, they keep things from us because they know the power of the Black community. Most of the white businesses and Hispanic, I can't even say the Hispanic business, but they're ran from the Black dollar.
You ain't lying about that.
They are built from the Black dollar.
You're not lying about that.
Not only are they ran with money-wise, but they're ran by Black knowledge. It's the Black engineers. It's the Black. We are the ones that are building their businesses. Yeah, people don't realize it's still a slave mentality. I got the money. The white man has the money, but the Black people has the work ethic. So I'm going to pay you more than I pay everybody else to keep them in line, to keep them in check.
Yeah.
And they don't understand it's a mentality.
Well, we can have everything 100% to us.
What? We are the only people that date outside of our race. We're the only, everybody else, they raise their kids to marry in their race. They raise their kids to have life insurance policies. They raise their kids to have life insurance policies. They raise their kids. Most white people or Caucasian people, they work their wealth or their generational wealth from insurance policy. But guess what? The cost of a Black insurance policy is much higher than the cost of
really? Really? And a lot of Black people don't have life insurance policies.
Mentality. mentality. We don't even understand the amount of money that we spend on weave in a year, pay our insurance policy for 5 years.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
Right. And it's a harsh reality.
Yeah.
It's a very harsh reality.
So do you think us as Black people, we're just stuck on materialistic things, you think?
Absolutely. And I say that with the most humbleness I possibly can, because I was there, and I still have my fault. I still have my faults. Right. But I think, again, it's a slave mentality. And what it is that we were so, back then, during that time, we only had physical possessions. Yeah. And we took pride in it because it was the only thing we had that of value. Yeah. So we learned how to value the wrong things. Yeah. It was a mentality taught. They took us from our families. Our families. They took us from our homes. They took us from our roots. So the only thing we had attached to us was a physical item. And it has been a mentality that has carried us through generations. And so that's actually what my book is about. Really? It's called Greater is in Me. Okay. And it's about us finding the best parts of ourselves and breaking those generational curses, whether it be dating and relationships and toxic relationships and wondering why we're having the same repeat behavior, whether it's drug addiction. We do not know to look back at our mothers and our grandmothers and our ancestors and realize it's a pattern. Oh, Lord Jesus. Yes, Lord. And it's not just financially. It's in relationships. It's in behaviorism. It's in parenting. Yes. Because we teach our child how we were raised. Hello. It's in every aspect of our life. So my book, Greater is in Me, is to show and develop that regardless of where you're from, because they say you're a product of your environment. Hello. Ooh. So instead of me becoming a product of environment, I've learned how to create my own environment. Oh. So that's what Greater is in Me is all about. Well, when can we expect it? When can we expect it, girl? Just look out for it. And make sure you come to the book signings and all that good old stuff. I got you.
Girl, you can't get rid of me now. Like you say, it's good to be around people that's going to bring you up, motivate you, pour into me, let me pour into you. You know what I mean? So, yes, I'm for it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes. So I want to know, throughout this wonderful journey that you've had, because it has been wonderful, I mean, but has there ever been a time when you felt like this is too much? Like, I
can say that.
I mean, you said it.
Look, this morning, as a matter of fact.
Hello, but fill me in, girl.
Yes. There's always a moment of, did I bite off more than I can chew? It's always a moment where you feel like these bricks are going to bring me to my knees. It's always going to feel like this is too much. Yeah. It's always going to feel that way. Oh, Lord. It's always going to be a moment of, I quit. And I deal with whatever come with it. When it, listen, I quit. I can't do this. And it created a runner in me. I became a runner. In relationships, like the minute you raise your voice,
I'm bye.
Pew! Ain't that the TikTok? Pew! Pew!
Right.
What?
Yeah.
It even with the current relationship that I'm in, like our first few months was rough because anytime I got to a point where I was like, do I really feel like being obligated to somebody? Do I really feel like answering to someone? Do I really feel like starting over after a 17-year marriage?
Really?
What?
Oh my
Pew!
Right.
Look, he calling me too many times. Pew! Go out on a date. We just went out on a date. Pew! He was
just for that, just doing what Candy wants to do.
Listen, he was like, listen, little mama, you got one more time.
And you ain't doing no more, huh?
You got one more time. Yeah, I was like, okay. I'm gonna chill out. But yeah, so we build that mindset and that mentality, and it's great to have somebody to level you in that moment where you feeling like, I can't do this no more.
And they tell you it's okay.
I can't. He'll tell you right now, the doctor called me, I won't even answer because I feel like here's some more bad news. Mm-hmm. Breast cancer, lupus, kidney failure. I don't want no more bad news. Every time I get a headache, call the doctor. I ain't calling no damn doctor.
Yeah.
I'm not calling no doctor. And there's times where it's just like, I can't do this no more. I've been suicidal. Yeah. I've been depressed. I've had postpartum. Mm-hmm. I've dealt with that, and it's real. It's real. There's women that's on here watching right now that's trying to figure out how are they going to make it through the night. Yeah. If they child call their name one more time.
Oh Lord Jesus.
Listen, I don't know who made up the word mom.
Mama. Listen.
Mom. And my kids say mommy. Mommy. My 20-year-old still says mommy. Mommy.
Mommy like too.
Baby, I changed my name.
What the name is, Candy?
Ain't mommy. Listen.
No,
it ain't mommy.
Listen.
My son's birthday was yesterday. He said, mommy. I said, who is that?
No, Des. How old are your kids, Candy?
Oof. Shame to say. So I have a soon-to-be 20-year-old.
Okay.
I have one that'll be 16, 12, and the baby just turned 10.
Okay, girl. Why are you ashamed? Your kid, girl.
It's not that I'm ashamed. I just can't believe it. I was just changing. No,
I'm fighting to get in your spot.
I was just changing diapers.
Hello. Listen.
I'm lying. I ain't never changed no diapers.
Listen, girl.
I ain't never changed no diapers. Listen, I can do everything. I can bathe the kids.
But girl, what?
Yeah, my ex-husband was masterful. He ain't care nothing about changing diapers. I don't care if it went all the way up their back.
Girl, what?
What?
Oh my God.
So
listen, I'm trying to be like you because I got the 2-year-old. I got the 7. I think she's 7, and the 9-year-old. Girl, ooh, drive me crazy.
It's gonna go like this. It's gonna go real quick.
Drive me crazy, Lord.
It's gonna go real quick. When I realized yesterday I have a baby that's 10 years old. Ooh. A baby that's 10?
That's good.
I said, I'm in the clear.
You are.
Things are finna get good.
Very good. Because at this point, you don't need no babysitter.
Listen, I almost got one out the second one headed off to college.
Right.
What they say, the Ball and Johnson dance. Woof.
No, that's serious. I need a time machine. Come on.
Woof.
Dang, girl. God, dang.
Listen, that time gonna zoom past.
When you wanted to give up, what motivated you to keep going?
To be honest with you, I understood that the battle that I fight today and the victories I win, I may not be able to enjoy the victory, but my kids will.
Oh, yes, Lord.
So my constant reminder is, and it's not just my kids, it's every woman that I come encounter with whose assignment is attached to my completion. Mm-hmm. If it wasn't for the man who created certain things, we wouldn't live a certain way. Mm-hmm. He's not even here to enjoy it. Whatever that creation may be. Mm-hmm. You got the man who created AC.
He ain't here.
He's not here to enjoy it. Mm-hmm. But we wasn't there when he was up late nights, going through trial and tribulations, trying to figure it out. But he did it for every generation that was to follow him.
I like that concept.
So it's the same thing for me. I've learned I may not enjoy the fruits of my labor because they will make you believe that you got to enjoy the fruits of your labor. No, I suffereth much for my kids to win the victory.
Oh, yes, Lord.
So the bills I pay, the insurance policies I pay, all that other stuff. But what we don't realize is we have to train them now how to maintain it.
Oh, Lord.
One thing we were never taught was how to live without our parents.
Ooh,
so
just get thrown out and do it.
We just do it.
Just do it.
Even though our parents have already been through it. So why can't you teach me as you learn? Mm-hmm. So as I learn, I teach my kids. I do not baby my kids at all. Yeah. Credit cards, ATMs, feminine hygienes, you gonna purchase that. Mm-hmm. I'd be damned if I work hard, you make money, but you get to spend it on what you want, and I gotta say, oh, no.
I like that, for real.
No,
for real.
You're gonna learn how to take care of your own needs first. Mm-hmm. And that's just what it is. So I've learned my reason to keep going on those days where I'm hands so swollen, I can't lay in the bed. I can lay in the bed because I got a man that he gonna take care of everything.
Okay.
I can lay in the bed. However, if I do, this level won't be reached. Mm-hmm. This assignment won't be completed. This task won't get done. If I would have never opened Natural Beauty Bar, all of the ladies that have opened their own brow businesses thus far wouldn't exist.
Hello. Yeah.
But it was because my push to keep going.
Mm-hmm.
It was because of my motivation to say, I got to finish this through the end. Because I understand that there's a lot of blessings attached to me, even if I don't get to endure the fruits of that labor. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you studying under me to learn how to do brows allowed you to open your business.
Hello.
I'm never going to see the money that you make in your business.
Right.
But that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because the journey wasn't for me.
That's right.
It was for you to take care of your kids and provide another way for them. And I'm okay with that.
You got a good girl.
That's what pushes me. That's what pushes me. All the people that are attached and locked into me completing my assignment.
That's good.
So
I love that, Candy.
I can't talk with her no more. Listen, I'm just getting out of the crybaby stage, and here she goes.
I'll be ready to cry.
Yeah, I just got out of the stage.
No, because I keep saying like, oh my gosh, like, girl, like you doing stuff that people would not do. I'm telling you, like, people always think, and I'm stop saying people, a person.
Right.
Typical people that we're around, they literally know what you can do to be better, but they'd rather not say.
Gatekeeping.
It's money out here for everybody.
Principalities. There's people that don't want to see you progress.
Mm-hmm. Why is that?
Oh, child, I don't want to talk about that.
Okay. Oh, yes, ma'am. Well, this is my last question that I do have, and I think this is like the most important question. What helpful information will you tell a person wanting to start a business for the first time?
Okay.
Tell them one thing or everything.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Like, there's a whole bunch tied up in that. Yeah, there's a whole bunch tied up into that. So if I wanted to tell anybody who wanted to start a business, first thing is mentality. Mm-hmm. That's for everything. You have to change your mindset. Second thing is have a plan. Mm-hmm. And when I say plan, full business plan, full trajectory of where you're headed or where you're expecting your business to grow. Okay. So with businesses, you work in reverse engineering. Mm-hmm. So what happens is you look at your bigger picture and then you break it down into more achievable amounts. Mm-hmm. Because you look at the bigger picture and it'll scare you. Oh. You think to yourself, compare it to where I am now and where I'm trying to go is impossible. Mm-hmm. People around you are going to tell you it's impossible. They're going to laugh at you. Mm-hmm. They're going to tell you that the things that you're thinking, the things that all that other stuff, girl, you crazy as hell. Mm-hmm. If you think for a second that you are, and I'm going to use myself for example, 24, 4 kids, 2-bedroom duplex, a business that's behind on bills, and here you are trying to own a shopping plaza, own a bar and grill, open up a beauty business, ride in a Bentley and a Rolls Royce. So thinking about where I was in that moment discouraged me to get where I wanted to be. Yeah. So you have to change your mindset and tell yourself every day that the things that you desire is attainable. Mm-hmm. God said he'll bless you with your heart desires. God said you can have whatever you want. Faith without work is dead. Mm-hmm. So we want it, but we don't want to put the work in to get it.
Hello.
So mindset, come with your plan, write it down. Mm-hmm. Stop putting stuff in y'all head and thinking.
That phone something come to my head. I said, let me get that phone real quick before I forget.
Stop putting it in your head.
Yeah.
And I used to put it in my phone too, but you also need to put it on paper. Mm-hmm. Okay. Because the phone go dead, it break, mm-hmm. and guess what? You stuck. Mm-hmm. Granted, I like the cloud or whatever. But the Bible says, write it down and make it plain. Mm-hmm. So you make your plan, you have your mindset, you have when you have that plan, you have to make sure you cover everything. Right. Finances, expenses, income, how you're going to produce the income, supplies, material. The most expensive thing that I never thought would be so expensive is marketing. Marketing is almost more than your rent.
And time consuming too.
Very time consuming. So then you have to learn delegation. But when you have that plan, it guides you. That plan will guide you to where you're going. And it allows you to look back on everything that you've accomplished and how far you have to go. So it tells you how far you are. And it also tells you how far you have to go.
Right.
Don't look back.
Okay.
Don't worry about how far you've come.
Just keep going.
Just keep going. And don't look at step 10. Just look at step 1.
Okay.
Don't look down the street. Look right in at the block in front of you.
Okay.
By the time you look up, you'll be on step 10.
Oh, yes, Lord.
This is how I do this in order to get up the steps. I ain't gonna look at the top of the step. I'm gonna look at the step right in front of me. Because that looks like it's more achievable than it is for me to say, boy, I got 25 steps in front of me.
A whole 25.
No, I got 1 step in front of me, and that's my priority, and that's what I'm gonna focus on.
Yes.
When I get to step 25, I'll worry about it then.
Okay. I like that.
So for the small business owners, be prepared. Create your plan. And make sure you have ample amount of backup money.
Oh.
Because, baby, I ran short many a days. Many a days.
Oh, Lord.
So make sure you have that backup money. Because, you know, things just come from different directions. And you just want to make sure you have that cushion to fall back on.
Yeah.
So that's what I have to say to the small business owners.
And I guess I want to throw some in there.
Go ahead, throw it in there.
Don't worry about what nobody's saying. Be your own person. Do what you want to do.
Ooh, throw that in there twice. Repeat it.
Don't listen to what people got to say. Be your own person. Just keep going. Like she said, I'm speaking from experience. Like I had this thing where I always worried about what people thought about me. Like my confidence is like, yeah. Now my confidence up here, like up through the roof. You feel me? But I always worried about what people said. And that was hindering me because I'm like, dang, if I do that, he ain't gonna like that.
But this is the thing. What we fail to realize is, yeah, we worried about what people say, but not just what people say, because people say good things too.
Yeah.
We worried about what people say negatively.
Yes. That's what we worried about.
So it ends up outweighing all the great things people are saying because that's what we put our attention to. We put our attention to everybody who, oh, he ain't gonna like that or she ain't gonna like that, but they gonna think I'm this and they gonna think I'm that.
Who cares now?
My favorite line is, your opinion don't help me or hurt me.
Oh, yes,
I don't care.
Oh, I like that.
If it helps me, I consider it. If it hurt me, I consider it. But ultimately, I make that final decision. And I have to deal with my consequence. So for all the business owners who's considering everybody around them what they're going to say, there's opposition in everything that you do. For every up, there's a down. For every black, there's a white. For every left, there's a right. There's always going to be opposition. We don't care.
Candy.
Yes.
You came with it. You came with it, girl. I like that.
My boyfriend said, well, do she have questions? I said, yeah, she has questions. He said, well, did you prepare? I said, I can't prepare for my life.
Hello.
It's the truth. Whatever she asked me about me, can't nobody tell it better than me. Hello? I don't have to prepare for that. I don't have to prepare for that.
Girl. So. Well, unless you got something to say.
Nope.
Well, I want to say thank y'all for tuning in to Mama Needa Life 2. And I just want to say this episode 9.
Episode 9.
Okay. So next week, Monday, is going to be episode 10. And I just want to say we're going to have another good episode. And I want to thank you again, Candy, for sitting down with me to talk to me. Okay, absolutely. Talk to us and our, coming out little atmosphere. I really appreciate that.
No, I appreciate it. I thank you so much for your hospitality. And for all those who said that woman of God got wine, this cranberry juice.
Cranberry juice! Now, this wine, y'all, but that's cranberry juice. But y'all have a good night. Thank y'all again for joining our live. And y'all make sure to share this. Again, y'all never know who needs to see this, who needs this wise information that she gave us today. Or knowledge, I should say. Y'all have a good day.
Wait. I got one thing.
Go ahead, say it.
Follow me on Instagram.
Follow me on Instagram. Okay.
I am Candy Green, KandiGreen. That's IamKandiGreen. or you can subscribe to find out when our book tours are, when we'll be traveling around the world at candygreen.com. A lot of that stuff isn't updated, so just subscribe, okay?
Right. You can get it right, because I was telling you, okay, y'all go ahead and subscribe and follow. I'm gonna keep y'all updated too, y'all, because I'm gonna be following Miss Candy Green. I need someone like her that's gonna pour into me.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, you welcome.
Thank y'all for letting me into y'all atmosphere.
And she gonna come back when she get the book, y'all.
I will be back. I will be back. Thank y'all.
Y'all have a good night. Bye.